Now at 6, firefighters have to recover after battling a Berry County, Missouri blaze in the intense heat. Plus, the Jasper County Courthouse in Carthage, Missouri is back in business after suffering extensive water damage. And Carl Junction kicks off the holiday spirit with a firecracker on wheels decorating party.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Potential glitch for the fireworks shows tomorrow with the possibility of severe storms moving in. This is KOIM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. Let's go straight to Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, and even before we get to the 4th of July, we have the potential for strong to severe storms. Tonight, already a few of them out there. Temperatures mainly into the upper 80s to lower 90s right now. We do have that heat index, so that's a whole nother factor. It's hot across the region. Severe threat mainly this evening is going to be from Joplin points east into south central parts of Missouri. You can already see some thunderstorms firing right along and south of that I-44 corridor. So zooming in, these are strong storms. So here's I-49 through Neosho, down to Anderson, Pineville, back towards Southwest City in McDonald County. And these are going to continue to pop up and be scattered for the next few hours. And then more thunderstorms get going after midnight tonight. So we have these guys during the evening hours pushing through. Main threat, hail and wind. Then after midnight, here we go again along and north of I-44, and then another chance for severe weather tomorrow. So we're going to break it all down for you here in just a bit.
See you soon. When severe weather strikes, you're going to want to stay informed, and you can do that by scanning this QR code. It'll take you to the KOIM News Now YouTube page, where our weather team will live stream during severe weather events to give you updated information. And while you're there, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. A controlled burn in Jasper County, Missouri gets out of control this afternoon just north of Dunaweg. Authorities say it spread quickly, covering about 25 acres, but did not threaten any buildings. Firefighters tell us despite some recent rain, much of the area is still relatively dry, and area fire departments ask the public to reach out to them before performing a controlled burn. Local firefighters recover after battling a fire in this high heat index. When crews responded to a house fire near Golden City, Missouri late yesterday afternoon, the house was already engulfed with flames visible from all sides. One firefighter was taken to the hospital for heat exhaustion and smoke inhalation. A second was treated on the scene. The house was a total loss. Authorities conclude an investigation into the discovery of a body at the scene of a house fire in Anderson, Missouri. That fire happened early Monday on Park Street. Authorities found a woman's body inside the home, and now an investigation and autopsy indicate the woman, 52-year-old Gina McCormick, set fire to the building, then fatally shot herself. Authorities say they do not suspect foul play. Offices at the Jasper County Courthouse are back in operation after a pipe burst earlier this year, causing the flooding and destruction of many of the offices. KOIM's Anthony Salviello joins us live from Carthage with more.
Dow, thanks. Yeah, like you said, it's been months since the Jasper County Courthouse here in Carthage was almost completely ruined due to flooding damage because of a burst pipe. Now, when this incident first happened, I talked to Jasper County Collector Steve McIntosh. His office, one of the offices, completely ruined. However, now, 6 months later, that office is back to its former glory.
I'm tickled to death that everybody's back here and the staff has expressed the same thing.
The county collector, as well as many other offices at the Jasper County Courthouse, have been reopened to the public. County Collector Steve McIntosh received a not-so-pleasant phone call on January 17th earlier this year.
When I got here, there's no power. People were all over the place. The sheriff, my chief deputy, and her husband are in here. They beat me in here. 2 inches of water on the floor, ceiling tile falling down, water gushing down on us. It's like, wow.
Over the past 6 months, he's watched as a renovation that took 2 years to complete was torn out.
2.5-year remodel that we had just finished, not even a week before.
However, the issues didn't stop there.
It got worse when they had to abate the lead-based paint on the ceiling. That took all the ceiling grid down, took all the drywall out of here.
All staff were moved over to the collector's office in Joplin, and taxpayers either had to solely conduct their business online or make the commute to Joplin.
Hey, we had a few complaints, but if you look at the number of people we serve and deal with on a regular basis, daily basis, it was a very small number because most people understood.
Now the time has come for taxpayers to make their way back to the courthouse, where operations will continue as usual. So once again, that means if you have business that needs to be conducted at the county collector's office, you can still come back and conduct it here at the Jasper County Courthouse. Another interesting fact is I was actually able to speak with one of the gentlemen with ServPro who was contracted to help clear out the facility and hopefully remedy some of the damage done because of the water. A huge concern was the brand new hardwood floors that were installed a few years ago. We all know how hardwood can be around water. Luckily, those hardwood floors ended up just fine. So that's one less thing they had to worry about. But once again, if you have business that needs to be conducted here at the Jasper County Courthouse in Carthage, you can do so. Dow, back to you.
All right, Anthony Saviello live in Carthage. Thanks, Anthony. 4th of July festivities around the 4 states roll on tonight in Carl Junction, Missouri. The Carl Junction Area Chamber of Commerce is hosting this Firecracker on Wheels decorating party. It's underway right now. Kids of all ages get a chance to come out with everything from bikes to trikes to scooters to anything else with wheels and decorate them in a patriotic style.
But what we've done is usually we have lots of kids that'll show up and they bring their bikes and decorate them. So instead of them having to do that early in the morning, we offer the building for them to come so that they can decorate their bikes here this evening. Our church leaders, they're out there decorating the church float. So we're getting all that done tonight too.
Kids will ride their patriotic wheels during Carl Junction's 4th of July parade. A grocery store in Arkansas that was the site of a mass shooting prepares to reopen. The story of one community's recovery is coming up next. And Missouri lawmakers announced a committee to look into illegal immigrant crimes. The Fordyce, Arkansas grocery store that was the site of a deadly mass shooting has reopened its doors with limited hours. 4 people were killed, 10 others were injured from the June 21st shooting at the Mad Butcher grocery store south of Little Rock. Some members of the public described the reopening as a crucial step in the town's healing process. Accused gunman Travis Posey faces multiple charges. No word on the motive for that shooting. Lawmakers in Missouri have formed a special committee on illegal immigrant crimes. Leaders say it's an effort to identify the extent of crimes committed by people living in Missouri illegally, but as Morgan Barish reports, some disagree with the committee's motivation.
The message needs to be, if you're not here in the state of Missouri legally, you're going to be detained and you're going to be deported if you're committing crimes.
Missouri House Speaker Dean Plocher says he has been plagued with questions about what Missouri is doing about illegal immigration. Committee Chair Lane Roberts says this committee will now work to identify the extent of crimes by people in Missouri illegally and determine solutions.
This is first and foremost about crime. What do we do to protect the Missouri citizen, and particularly how it relates to illegal immigration? That's the nexus.
Data provided by the House shows last year there were more than 1,700 homicide-related crimes by non-citizens in the U.S. This is up compared to 2022, but still down compared to 2020. Columbia Representative David Tyson Smith says this is not an issue in Missouri and believes this committee is a waste of time and resources. He says it's all for political talking points.
If we were really serious about these issues, we would form a special committee on gun violence to crack down on the shootings that are happening all over our state that need to be clamped down on.
However, some committee members say people living in the U.S. illegally are to blame for an increase in fentanyl and sex trafficking, including in the Lake area.
This committee is absolutely going to be looking at a variety of crimes, sex trafficking being one of those, and it has absolutely increased because of our open borders.
The first committee hearing is going to be on July 11th. A little later, kids at the Chanute Public Library have a high-flying good time with some drones.
Plus, we have thunderstorms, which are going to be rolling in tonight and tomorrow. Those details coming up. Well, of course, a hot and humid day for us today, but we have had some scattered showers, even a few thunderstorms across the region as we have gone through the past several hours and really through the day. North of I-44 has had some hit and miss showers. Nice shot. This is our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex tower cam. Of course, Cornell 7th and Joplin Street. We are looking northeast right through downtown. All right, severe threat this evening, mainly from the Missouri state line east, and this is going to be for the next couple hours, and then we'll focus on what's going on out to our west later on tonight. But you can see the thunderstorms really getting going along and south of the I-44 corridor, and then our northwestern counties, you guys just have some light little showers. But here's going to be the chances to get some low-grade severe thunderstorms. So when I say low-grade, we're talking some hail, some gusty winds, but nothing too bad out of these guys over the next couple hours. You can see one severe thunderstorm warning just to the east of Branson. All right, so a few showers once you get over toward Yates Center and Iola, and then we have these guys which are developing along and south of I-44. So let's get a little closer look at those. And really, here's I-49. So on the east side of Neosho, down through McDonald County, and then another cell which is developing just to the west of Pineville. Behind that, out to the west, another batch is developing. We're going to watch that for later on tonight as that starts to head toward us. So really, 3 rounds of storms over the next 36 hours. Round 1, southern counties, next few hours, showers and thunderstorms, again, some low-grade severe. Here's 9:30 p.m. After 10 p.m., 11 p.m., most of these are gone. Then late tonight, north of I-44, thunderstorms start to develop again. Here's 1 o'clock in the morning, showers and thunderstorms, mainly the northern half of the viewing area, drive through the region and gone by morning. And then we start the 4th of July, which is going to be on the dry side to start the day. Through the evening, dropping back through the 80s, 70s, of course, those scattered showers and thunderstorms. We'll see rain piling up tonight in our southern counties, northern counties, and then we'll fill in everybody else 1/2 inch to 1 inch as we get into our thunderstorms for tomorrow. So looking at that, level 2 out of 5, timing 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Main threat is going to be hail and wind as we get into Thursday evening. So let's take a look at it. Most of the day looks pretty good, partly sunny, lower 90s by noon. We get into the mid to upper 90s by the afternoon, and then watch the thunderstorms explode along the I-44 corridor. So here's 7 p.m. Let's go through the evening, 9 p.m. Hopefully we can get them out by this point in time. Of course, a lot of people want to do fireworks. By 10:30, we should start to be drying out just a bit. So here's your 4th forecast. 92 at noon, 97, 5 p.m. Scattered thunderstorms starting to pop up. Scattered thunderstorms through the evening, and hopefully getting out of here by 9 or 10 p.m. Alert day tomorrow with that severe threat. Humidity really drops, and it feels pretty good once we get into Friday and Saturday, and then thunderstorm chances and another severe threat moving in late on Sunday.
9 or 10 p.m. is getting kind of late for the storms to be moving out.
I know.
We'll see how that shapes up tomorrow, I guess. Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, Missouri Southern men's basketball finalizes its recruiting class, and a former football player and coach at Pitt State gets a chance to lead a Division I program. John Dales has those stories and more. It's coming up next.
Nate Dreiling was a national champion and All-American as a football player at Pitt State back in the early 2010s. He came back to PSU later that decade as an assistant coach, and this week the Gorilla alum gets the opportunity of a lifetime. Dreiling is promoted to interim head coach at Utah State, which is a Division I FBS school and competes in the Mountain West Conference. Former Aggie head coach Blake Anderson, who hired Dreiling as defensive coordinator in January, was under external investigation for non-compliance with Title IX policies involving sexual misconduct, and the university announced on Tuesday its intention to fire Anderson and promote Dreiling to interim head coach for the 2024 season. Dreiling was named the Division II Defensive Player of the Year in 2011, while helping lead the Gorillas to a national championship. Now here's a look at Dreiling's coaching timeline leading to this opportunity. He began as a grad assistant at Kansas back in 2015, From there, he came back to Pitt State, first as a safeties coach, then a defensive coordinator. Then he moved on to Oregon, Southeast Missouri State, New Mexico State, under the direction of fellow Pitt State alum Jerry Kill, and he begins his first season as a head coach at 33 years old. Switching gears to college basketball, Missouri Southern Men's Hoops announces today it has finalized its recruiting class for the 2024-25 season. The Lions bring 9 new faces aboard. 5 are transfers, 4 are true freshmen, which include one name that might be familiar to our viewing area, Gavin El Camille, who graduated from Pittsburgh High School back in 2020 before heading to Link Academy, Tulsa, and most recently, Southeast Missouri State. Switching gears to baseball, a 2022 Webb City High School grad and 2-year Crowder Rough Rider commits to Pittsburgh State today. Cooper Crouch announces on Twitter that he's committing to PSU and will join the Gorillas for the upcoming season. Since graduating from Webb City, he has spent the past 2 seasons with Crowder College and had a 2.42 ERA his sophomore year. Over to summer collegiate baseball, the Outlaws are coming off an 11-run victory at home yesterday. Tonight they're on the road at White Oak taking on the Timberhogs. First pitch in that contest, 7:05. I'll update the final score later this evening. Major League Baseball, the Cardinals' win in Pittsburgh last night brings them 4 games above 500 for the first time this season. Tonight, the Redbirds try to replicate that result, get to 5 games above 500 for the first time. Game just getting started at PNC Park. No score as we come on the air. In the 3rd inning, Pirates have lost 3 of their last 4 entering tonight. In Kansas City, the Royals are at home again against the Rays. Last night, Tampa won 5-1 in the game that was interrupted by a 2.5-hour rain delay. Didn't finish till nearly 1 a.m. First pitch is in about 45 minutes. That's it for sports. We're back after this.
There should be a time.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. A church in Joplin hosts a celebration of freedom. Plus, we're going to have more on the Firecracker on Wheels decorating party in Carl Junction and how the CDC is battling both a summer surge of COVID and the looming threat of bird flu. Those stories and a lot more, it's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Kids at the Chanute Public Library got a chance to take to the skies. The library served as a launch pad for drones today. Kids 10 and up were able to fly the drones at the library. The drone program aims to connect recreation with education and to just have some flying fun on a summer day. Our eyes are going to be on the sky tomorrow because of the fireworks, of course, and also thunderstorms moving in.
Yeah, showers and thunderstorms. We're going to have scattered ones throughout the evening hours and then again late tonight for us. Alert day tomorrow with a severe threat. Main timing is going to be 4 to 9 or 10 p.m. and a high temp of 97 for us tomorrow.
That timing sounds awful.
I know.
Final sports notes.
Missouri Southern junior Aaron Harrington, he's spending his summer playing for the St. Joseph Mustangs, and today he's named the Mink League Pitcher of the Month.
Congratulations to him. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.